Okay, so now we bring in the data set. Let's say we do a partition. Let's say that we want to partition the data 50, 40, and 10. Okay. Now let's first look at interactive decision tree. That is the decision tree. Before that, let's look at the variables one more time. See, here we have age, CC average, income, and mortgage. Okay, so those are interval variables, right? Experience. So you may want to bin those if there are lots of variables. Okay, so if you want to bin those variables, you have to use a transform node to bin those variables. If you have a really large data set and if these interval variables have lots of possible values, then that may slow things down in generating all possible splits and evaluating those splits. So for efficiency's sake, you may want to bin those. Since we have a relatively small data set, so we won't do that. So model decision tree connect. All right. Okay. So now you see there is under train. Okay. So we have interactive. Click interactive. Right. I guess you have to run this first. Okay, let's see whether it works now. This will still not work. Okay, so you need to make sure that there is data coming in. So that's the reason why it didn't work the first time. So I had to run the data partition, so the data gets partitioned and is ready and waiting for the decision tree node. Right? Previously, the data was not there, so I got an error, right? So now it sets up a root node, okay, and nothing else. Okay, then it gives you some information about that node. So it tells us in train data set what is the percentage of ones and zeros, what is the count, validation, what is the count, and the ones and the zeros. Then it gives here some percentages. That information is displayed here as well. All right. So now, if you go and right click, okay, right click on the top root node, right? So now we have node statistic. Okay, so what are the statistics that you want? And let's keep the default. So now we have two possible ways in which you can start the split. Okay. Train node, if you select train node, that will train the entire data set. It will just create the entire tree for you in one step. But a split node will give you a bunch of possible splits, one for each predictor. Okay, so it goes through the computation and it selects the best split, okay, for each variable. So the income, the best split has a log worth of 135. Okay, and that's the best split of all the predictors. Okay, the next best is CC average, and the log worth is 87.9, and so on. Okay, so and these are all binary splits. Okay, So now you want, suppose you want to split, usually you'll want to split from the best split possible. But what this allows us to do is, instead of accepting the rule that is given here, you can go and edit the rule and change it. So the rule here is split less than 98.5 and greater than or equal to 98.5. You can change that if you like. Okay, I'm going to just accept the default. Now you click OK and it gives you the split. Okay. Now this split is less than 98.5 and missing. Okay. If income is missing, then it will go into this branch. Okay. So you don't have to, so decision trees, you don't have to impute missing values. Because missing values can be used as a legitimate value. Okay. And then, so now you look at the number of observations, the count in each data set. All right. So now you interactively you decide which node you want to branch out of. Suppose you want to branch out of here, do the same thing, split node, and now it gives you, okay, so the income, further split on income is one of the possibilities. Okay, so you can split on a predictor, and then down the line you may split on the same predictor again at a different splitting point. Okay. So now the next best is CC average. You click OK, then it goes like that. See, if you click on train node, then from that node on down, all possible splits will be automatically done. So it won't go one step at a time. Okay. All right. So now, if you want to look at the entire tree, because it's kind of messing up everything, you have to scroll down and everything. All right. So you can do view, fit to page, and that will fit the whole thing into one page, so you don't have to scroll at least across. So here you have a certain level of control as to how you want to develop your tree. Okay. And usually you don't want to do this right off the top. You want to use the non-interactive mode where SAS will generate the tree for you. You want to do that first before you do an interactive tree. Okay.